I have a confession to make. I support the Parkland students. I support their call for gun control. Do I support their call for gun control because I think they're going to achieve any significant gun control measures? No, I support them because this issue is perhaps the only thing that can energize conservatives and get them out to vote in the midterms. Look what's happened in the polls since the left began this gun control crusade. Republicans were 15 points behind in the race for the House. Now that's narrowed to 5 points, almost within the margin of error. Most conservatives were calling the House a write-off, but now it's game on again. Why? Because gun control is a losing issue for Democrats. It always has been. After Bill Clinton passed an assault weapons ban, he lost 54 seats in the House. The Democrats have made the midterm elections a referendum on Trump. Now Trump needs to make the midterm elections a referendum on constitutional rights. This is how he energizes the base. This is how he turns out voters. The entire March for Our Lives campaign has been one huge own goal. The left just couldn't contain their arrogance. First it was banning bump stocks and restricting AR-15 sales. Now it's ban all guns, take them from your cold dead hands and repeal the Second Amendment.
When they give us that inch, that bump stock ban, we will take a mile.
Because only Trump's Nazi regime and racist police officers should be allowed to have weapons, right? Oh yeah, and the security at gun control rallies. But seriously, they've made a huge political error. Notice how some Democrats responded to that New York Times op-ed. Think Progress, Washington Post, they're all panicking. They realized that this gun control purge has woken up Republicans from their slumber. Listen to what the Washington Post's Aaron Blake said. The move might as well be considered an in-kind contribution to the National Rifle Association, to Republicans' efforts to keep the House and Senate in 2018, and to President Trump's 2020 re-election bid. Shh, don't tell them what we actually plan to do, idiots. You might rile them up and give them a reason to vote against us.
You have over 100 million semi-automatic weapons in the United States right now. What do you do with those? Do you go to people's homes and take them? That's a real question.
See, that's exactly what I mean. How insane do you need to be to think you can disarm 70 million American gun owners of 300 million guns with no consequences whatsoever? The left is actually that crazy. And the fact they've let slip this agenda is blowing up in their faces. The March for Our Lives was just a huge recruitment drive for Democrats. Less than 10% of the attendees were children. You really think those who organize the protest, the big Soros groups, the big Democratic organizations, really care about ending gun violence? No. They care about power. But they've made a huge tactical mistake. Gun control is as toxic an issue to the Democratic Party as Hillary Clinton was. So let them keep talking about it. Amplify their voices. Don't interrupt the enemy when they're making a mistake. Look what's happened already. Gun sales are surging again. The midterm polls are tightening. Even in CNN's poll, Trump's approval rating is climbing. NRA donations more than tripled in February. This is backfiring on the left massively. And to conservatives, don't argue with teenagers. The optics of arguing with children are terrible. Let them talk. Let them continue to piss off gun owners. Gun owners who will then be more determined than ever to vote against Democrats in November.
If you criticize some of what they're saying, then all of a sudden you're the bad guy. But if you...
You are the bad guy.
No,
yes, you are.
I agree with Don Lemon. Don't criticize the Parkland students. Encourage them. Because in their rush to exploit tragedy and use children as political props, the left has made a huge miscalculation. One that could actually give conservatives a chance this November of snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Please click the big red button to subscribe. It really helps me when you do that. And click the bell to allow notifications so you never miss a new video.